Hello and welcome. My name is Mike, and in today's video, I'll be going over how I completed the Blue Team Labs online challenge, Browser Forensics Cryptominer. Let's get started. So for this challenge, the scenario is as follows. Our SOC or Security Operations Center alerted that there is some traffic related to crypto mining from a PC that was just joined to the network. The incident response team acted immediately, observed that the traffic is originating from browser applications. After collecting all key browser data using FTK Imager, it is our job to use the AD1 file to investigate the crypto mining activity. For this challenge, it looks like there's going to be 8 questions that need to be solved for the challenge to be considered complete. The questions are as follows. Number 1, how many browser profiles are present in Google Chrome? Number 2, what is the name of the browser theme installed on Google Chrome? Number 3, identify the extension ID and extension name of the crypto miner. Number 4, what is the description text of this extension? Number 5, what is the name of the specific JavaScript web miner used in the browser extension? Number 6, how many hashes is the crypto miner calculating per second? Number 7, what is the public key associated with this mining activity? And number 8, what is the URL of the official Twitter page of the JavaScript web miner here? As you can see here, I previously submitted answers, but this video will be going into detail of actually how I approached and got the actual answer that was submitted for this challenge here. Some additional information, Blue Team Labs is suggesting using a number of different tools or combination of different tools. These tools include Browser History Viewer, FTK Imager, and as well as a manual analysis here. Now, for this challenge, I actually used FTK Imager. And just to give a brief description of what this tool is, FTK Imager is actually a forensic imaging software tool, and it's used for imaging as well as analyzing digital media. It can create forensic images of digital media like hard drives, USB drives, and memory cards, and it can actually extract specific data or artifacts, right? Whether they're deleted files, hidden files, or even just the file system information. It's typically used by forensic investigators, law enforcement, as well as cybersecurity professionals, to collect as well as preserve digital evidence here. So we'll be using that tool for this. I already have taken the liberty of actually downloading and installing the tool, as well as the given browser dump zip file here on a Windows 10 that's running on a virtual box here. So what I did is I extracted those files. There was a folder within here. Within this folder, there was another zipped file that I extracted called browser data, and I extracted it right to the desktop here. So let's get started. What I want to do is I want to start the FTK Imager application. Take a load here. Now that's loaded is I want to actually load that AD1 file here. Browse. It'll be the desktop, that browser data, and this text document, just text document detailing about what was pulled originally from the FTK. And then what I want to do is actually want to load the data here. So open here. Give it a couple seconds. Gotcha. Okay. So the AD1 file, or the forensic image, is now going to be loaded in FTK. And what we can actually do is begin the process of kind of examining the contents of this forensic image here. So what I want to do is I want to kind of start expanding this. It's custom content image. We want to expand this. It's a physical drive. We want to expand it. We're root, users, i.e. user, app data, local and roaming here. So roaming is actually going to contain the Mozilla browser information here, as you can see, and local is going to contain the Google Chrome information here. Since reading the questions, all these questions are going to be related to the Google Chrome. I can, for this challenge, disregard the roaming and the related Mozilla information and just focus on local and Google here. So I want to minimize this and want to expand Google. Google Chrome, user data, and now we get a bunch of different files here. So the first question is actually asking us how many browser profiles are present in Google Chrome. So when I was completing this challenge, I did a quick Google search to see, how our browser profiles located in this file system on Google Chrome. I am familiar of how they work on the actual GUI or the actual Chrome browser itself, but I wasn't on how it actually appears in the file system. So regarding Google Chrome profiles, there's going to be typically a default profile that comes standard with all installations of the browser Google Chrome, and then users can actually add any additional profiles as they want here. The standard or default naming convention of these ad hoc profiles or these custom profiles is going to be profile and number here. So right off the bat, I was looking for this default profile. As you can see here, it goes down by alphabetical order. So we have this default here. And if I were to actually expand this on the sidebar here, make it a little bit bigger. The default folder contains additional information about this profile here. Scrolling down, I actually saw that there was a profile 1 here. So I know there's at least 2 profiles. And just to confirm that's the same file system, if I were to actually open up, minimize this default, and actually expand the profile 1, it will have that same filing structure or the subfiles or subfolders as the default profile here. I want double checked and made sure that there's no additional profiles and confirmed that there are only 2 browser profiles, at least in this image here. So the answer number 2 is how many browser profiles are present in Google Chrome? The answer is number 2 here. So the next question is, what is the name of the browser theme installed on Google Chrome? Again, did a quick Google search on where can I find this actual information on the file system of Google Chrome, and we can actually find theme information on the default profile here. So if I were to open up default, select the default, there's going to be a file by the name of preferences here that's going to contain a number of different information here. If I scroll down, preferences, there we go. Preferences, as you can see here, looks like it's a JSON type format here that contains other information about this profile here. Now, if I was operating on my main hub, I might copy and paste this into a text editor like VS Code and have some extensions that make the nice cleanup here. But since this is actually a ad hoc virtual machine, I didn't install it, so we'll do it the old way. So what I actually did is I copy and pasted this information in a notepad or text editor and began the process of actually searching for it here. So I have taken the liberty of actually loading this, so you can see here that it's a number of different information here. If you Control F, we'll quickly find that there is a section called theme, theme here. So we can see that the theme, there is a ID or extension that goes by this ID number here, and it's actually located in iUser, app data, local Google Chrome, user data, default extensions, and that this is the actual extension ID here. So we have got the next bit of information to actually locate and find this information here. So let me minimize this. So kind of keeping that in mind, what we want to do is we want to go back. We want Chrome user data, and what we actually want is there should be a default extensions here. So extensions here. And as you can see here, there's a number of different extensions already installed, but the one that we want is going to be starting off with IIIHLPI. Sorry about that. IIHLP here. So it looks like there's going to be, the information is going to be located in this folder here. It looks like there's another subfolder. Clicking into it, there's going to be some additional information. First things first, I want to take a look at the manifest JSON to see if there's any additional information here. This one's in a little bit better shape to read, so I can read it right off the bat. So it looks like launch Atavi browser themes web URL has some additional information that's actually going to have the answer. So it looks like it's a browser theme, and the theme's name is actually going to be called Earth in Space here. So quickly reading through it, doesn't look like there's any other actual information about the name here. So it looks like, and you could confirm with a quick Google search about this theme here, but the actual name of the theme for this Google browser is going to be called Earth in Space here. So what is the name of the browser and theme installed on Google Chrome? Um, Earth in Space here. So the third question, identify the extension ID and extension name of the Cryptominer here. So with this question, I know that there's going to be an extension that is probably a malicious and is running out on our system. So what I did, and I wasn't sure if there's a better way, but since there was a small number of different extensions, I actually just did a quick ad hoc analysis on each of those extensions to see which one was this malicious crypto miner, and found some additional information on this one here. So what I did is when I entered in this folder here, and I went into this subfolder, and actually went into manifest.json, there's going to be some additional information. And there was this description here that basically says allows staff members to mine cryptocurrency in the background of their web browser here. So exactly what our SOC alerted to, that there was some traffic that was related to crypto mining from a PC. So to answer the question, identify the extension ID and extension name of the crypto miner. Well, that extension was this main subfolder. Before we were looking at IIHL for the theme. In this case, the extension for this crypto miner is EGN, so on and so forth. So just copy and pasted it. And the actual name here is going to be found here. Name, Deep FP cryptocurrency miner. So to answer the question, what is the description? Identify the extension ID and extension name of the crypto miner. That related extension name, ID, and the name is DFP cryptocurrency miner here. Now, what is the description of the text of this extension? Well, I just read it to you a couple seconds ago. It basically allows staff members to mine cryptocurrency in the background of their browser. So copying and pasting that was the answer to this question here. Now, what is the name of the specific JavaScript web miner used in the browser extension here? So we were looking for a JavaScript file, and there's going to be this called background.js JavaScript. If I were to click on it, and I will export this file. Actually, maybe I can, if I did it, maybe text here. Let's see if this actually appears in. Yeah, okay. So you could either export it and open it in a text, or change the settings in Access FTK Imager. In this case, it provides the same additional information that was going to be used to answer these questions. So what is the name of the actual crypto miner, specific web miner used in the browser extension? It's actually going to be Crypto Loot. They previously added additional information just not to include the HTTPS or the dashes, just the full name. So I just simply copied crypto-loot, remove the loot, or you can just use the crypto miner name here to answer it. But that's the actual name of the JavaScript web miner here. Next question asks, like, how many hashes is the crypto miner calculating per second? Well, the good thing is that this JavaScript actually provides this answer right away. There's a field called var hashes per second miner.get hashes per second 20. So there's 20 hashes that the crypto miner is calculating per second here. Now, what is the public key associated with this mining activity? I am familiar a little bit with cryptocurrency, so I do know how a public key looks at it. And it's actually going to be located in this line here, var miner equals new cryptocurrency anonymous, where this section B23 EF, so on and so forth, is the actual public key of where any crypto that's mined is going to be sent to here. So this is the answer, copy and pasted it, and that will be the public key associated with this mining activity here. So what is the URL of the official Twitter page of the JavaScript web miner? So I actually did a quick Google search on the crypto loop here. I won't do it here since because I actually have disabled the internet connection for this virtual box here. But 5-second Google search would actually find out that this crypto loot miner actually has a Twitter page of twitter.com crypto loot miner here. Additionally, what you can do is you can actually inspect the source code here of this JavaScript that's pulling it in another JavaScript here, and if you were to inspect this JavaScript as code, There's going to be a number of different social links. There was a LinkedIn, a Twitter, I believe a YouTube as well, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, it will be the same exact answer of twitter.com crypto loot miner here. And that's, looks like that was all the questions that needed to be answered. Yeah, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoying the content. Pretty easy challenge. You get to use a FTK Imager. This was actually my first time ever actually utilizing it, so I had some fun of actually kind of exploring some of the features. I'm sure there's more to discover and actually utilize it. But from a from a first time use, it's pretty self-explanatory of how to use it, utilizing it. I'm sure there's some more advanced features that I need to explore as I complete some additional challenges going forward. But um, so you guys can expect that content coming soon here. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Had a lot of fun creating it, and until the next one, cheers.